All right, little video update for Ms. Freckle. She's doing super well. She's actually a lot farther than most dogs are her age in the first week. Probably a lot of that has to do with her head start and puppy camp with Deanna, right girl? So normally the biggest focus in the beginning is marker inquisition. She already had, well, a really nice foundation of that, or at least part of that with puppy camp. So, hey, thank you. Marker, just to kind of revamp that, a marker is a word, hey, that marks a moment in time that we like when Freckle does something. Hey, Freckle, yes. And for her, that is going to, excuse me, announce the arrival of a reward. So I want to create an association between those two events, so that way, whatever she is doing when she hears that marker, theoretically it will take on the good feeling of receiving food, so that way she's more likely to repeat that behavior in the future. So we have a couple different markers. The big one that she's already kind of pretty good with during puppy camp is, yes, that means I like what you did, come take something from me. That's all it means. So it's something that I use to shape new behaviors, to build engagement, and to put value in me when I need it. So like so counter conditioning, if she's like frustrated about something in her environment and I want to get her attention, I can always use yes to capitalize on her engagement with me. When she hears yes, whatever she's doing when she hears that word, she does not have to do anymore. I just want her to come take food from me. So I use that one mostly in the beginning when shaping new behaviors, because it allows us to get a bunch of reps in without her needing to commit to a behavior for any type of duration, which can kind of, for young dogs or dogs learning new behaviors, it can kind of suck the fun out of it. So again, it allows to get a bunch of reps in and build fluidity in doing certain behaviors. And then we have duration, which is going to be good and okay. Good means I like what you did, continue to do that. Okay is going to be our terminal marker, meaning that the behavior is over. So as she's learning behaviors, come here, sit. Good is implying that she did the behavior that I like, and I can bring the reinforcer to her. Good. For her, because she's kind of whiny, good. I guess more impatient would be the word that I would rather use. Good. I'm going to teach her to remain in the behavior. Good. And learn how to settle into behavior and expect the behavior to come to her instead of her insisting that it happens faster, right? Good. Okay. And then again, okay means the behavior is over. So I want to help her with her frustration a little bit. That's kind of been my big focus this week, has been helping her understand what the heck it is that I'm looking, and that food will come if she just waits, instead of her being quite so impatient, right? I'm utilizing a little bit of leash pressure, leash pressure to help with that frustration also. So I want to essentially kind of navigate consequences to help her settle and not be so frustrated. Nope. Good. Good girl. So right there was a good example. She started chewing on my leash. I said no, and I applied a little bit of pressure, so a little bit of an annoyance, a discomfort. And when she stopped the behavior, good, I'd marked and I'd paid her. So I want her to know not an option versus that's what I was looking for, thank you. So helping her make better decisions, helping create different habits. Good, thank you. I know, I saw you do it. Since she already has a pretty good understanding of markers, out, yes, thank you. This week, I more so jumped right into leash pressure and helping her understand that I want to utilize leash pressure during the learning phase, so that I can build reliability within behavior. So she's being spiced right now because I'm talking to an imaginary person and not giving her attention. That's okay. I want to work her through it. So every time she goes up out of my leash, I just pull up and make it a little bit annoying. Not enough to where it's like a play item, but just pressure on her neck where she's like, wait a minute, what was that? And then she lets go of it. The pressure goes away as soon as she does that. So for me, pressure is being applied when I'm asking for a behavior, because I'm looking for it in the learning phase. I'm doing a lot of luring at the same time. So I'm kind of helping her into behaviors while applying that little bit of pressure, just enough to where she feels it, not necessarily wanting to remove. It's just she's noticing, kind of like if I were to tap on your shoulders, it's not bothering you, but you're very aware of it. As soon as she does the behavior that I'm looking for, the pressure goes away, the slack comes back into the leash, and then I mark and reward. So for instance, when we're doing, hey, down, no, good, very good, good, okay, yeah. Just that little, like she already knows it, down, sit, good, down, do it, you're being spicy, good, okay, very nice. But because I want her to understand leash pressure, I'm adding that in. The reason that I add leash pressure, the reason that I want her to have an understanding of leash pressure is so that when we get into environments where, good, place, where maybe she's not motivated by what I have to offer, maybe there's lots of distractions around, whatever, and I need her to listen to me, respond to me, and do behavior, I can jump in with that leash pressure to help with the follow through of the behavior. So even though she doesn't care about what I have to offer, she's motivated elsewhere, I can still enforce the behavior that I'm looking for. Out. Good. You're being really spicy. You've never even chewed on leash with me ever. Okay. Is it because you're on camera? Is it because you're on camera and you're real spicy? So I want to be able to enforce the behaviors that I'm looking for. So in order, or rather than just yank and crank on her with the leash and her not really understand what that means, I really want to empower her with leash pressure and how to remove it, what it's asking for, and so forth, so that we can have a relationship where there's reliability and there's consistency and there's clarity. Right, girl? So, again, like she gets very vocal with me when she wants something and she's not getting it in her timely fashion. So, I kind of wanted to really slow down, doing a lot of duration early on to teach her how to wait and how to be impatient. So with her heel command, specifically, she always likes to be in front of me so that she can look at me face on. So I really wanted her, excuse me, to get comfortable with being on my side and not breaking out of behavior to come face me front on. Freckle. So lots of luring, leash pressure into her heel position. Good. I'm only going to, good, pay her when she's back here by my side. Let's go, let's show them, there you go. Good. If she crouches too far forward, let's see if she'll do it. Good. Good. Then I just reset the behavior. Good. I know the kitty's over there running around. Okay. Very good. Let's go. Good. Nope. So I'm resetting the behavior. Let's go. Good. Nope. Let's go. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just helping her. I'm applying a consequence that is withholding food. If you do the thing that I'm not looking for, you simply just do not get the thing that you want, which right now it's food. I'm purposely working with her in a low distraction environment so that I am what is motivating. The things that I have are what's motivating for her. If there's a lot of stuff going on, you might lose value. Even if you're withholding food, she might not care about that you're withholding it in the first place. So I'm capitalizing on all that right now in this environment where I can build strong response to certain behaviors, and then we will gradually add in different elements. We started doing things out front where there's lots of things to sniff, there's a little bit of traffic. I want to work at her pace where she's willing to soak in the things that I'm teaching her. At home, if you want to play around with things, I really like when owners play with their dogs and utilize that yes marker. I think that that is so invaluable where you take her out and she has all of the leash to do things. She's walking around, hanging out. When she looks at you, yes, you say yes, and you run backwards and you let her chase after her again and you take that food. It's so easy to kind of fall in that realm of we go on a walk and we're just holding her back from being able to do all the things. Everything is such a novelty. When you take the time to build that relationship where you have things to offer, even though there's other things maybe going on, that's really going to help in the future, that she's not going to just ignore you all the time, right? You have something to offer. Freckle. Yeah. Sit. Yes. Yeah, so good. Place. Good. Down. Thank you. Good. Very good. Good. Okay. Yeah. Place. the place. Down. Good. Very good. Ooh, good. You thought about it. Good. Okay. Another thing to point out is I want to really make sure that our verbal marker is happening before any notion that we are going to be giving her food. I want her responding to the word and not our emotions. So it's not going to be good. The reason for that, I should say, is right now she's paying a lot of attention to me because I have a thing that she really wants. But once we get into environments where there are competing motivators, if she's responding to our movements and not our words, then we might lose opportunities to reinforce certain behaviors because she's not reflexively responding to the words, she's only responding to our motions. So she can be looking out elsewhere, and if I say yes, she knows that that means food is happening even if she's not actually looking at me. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Nope. Down. Good. So you might see me do things like, none of this brings on food. Good. Is what brings the food. Okay, very nice. All right, I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, you can ask away in an email or you can shoot a phone call, whatever you'd like to do. She's doing really well. Nothing new to report there. She's good with all the dogs, all that jazz. All right, come on, we're all done. Yay!